Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news. The NFL landscape is always shifting, but right now, there's a rising buzz about a potential blockbuster move that could reshape the Cowboys' defensive front and give them the extra edge needed to push deep into the playoffs and maybe even chase another Lombardi. Rumors are swirling that the Detroit Lions, sitting at an impressive 9-2, might be willing to part ways with one of their key defensive stars, Aiden Hutchinson. And as crazy as it sounds, the Cowboys are reportedly a team showing serious interest. This kind of move, if it materializes, could be a game-changer for Dallas, especially considering how the front seven has been performing and what Hutchinson could bring to the table. Now, let's take a step back and analyze the situation. The Lions, despite their success this season, are facing some financial and strategic challenges. Their cap space is tight, around $11 million, and with a mega deal in place for Jared Goff that's set to keep him as their quarterback for the foreseeable future, they're looking to make some tough decisions. The Lions are also rebuilding their secondary, focusing on younger players and adding draft capital, hinting that they might look to trade some of their assets to free up cap room and bolster other areas like wide receiver and cornerback positions. But the most intriguing part is their defensive line, especially Hutchinson, who has been a force during his 3-year career and could be available for the right package. Sources indicate that Detroit is considering trading Hutchinson, especially if they can acquire a first-round pick in the 2026 draft from Dallas. The reasoning? They might prioritize extending their wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and need to free up cap space to do so. Allowing Hutchinson to go could be a strategic move to get more draft capital and rebuild the secondary, which has been a work in progress, especially after allowing 3-2 sacks per game. This would be a huge blow for Detroit, who has relied heavily on Hutchinson's relentless rush, but it opens a window for the Cowboys to land a player who has the potential to elevate their pass rush dramatically. Now, how does Hutchinson fit into the Cowboys' plans? Well, if you've been following the season, you know that Dallas's front seven has been solid but not quite elite. Micah Parsons has been sensational, but adding a player like Hutchinson, who's known for his relentless motor and ability to generate pressure, could make Dallas's pass rush unstoppable. We're talking about a duo that could rack up a combined total of 22 or more sacks, pushing the team's total up from 35 last season to over 57. That's a massive boost. Plus, Hutchinson's ability to generate pressures, around 300 over his career, with a pressure rate of about 21%, would significantly improve third-down efficiency and force more turnovers. His presence would also help in closing out games, especially in high-pressure situations, and could elevate the overall defensive metrics. Let's not forget that the Cowboys have been dealing with some injury setbacks, Diggs being on IR with a concussion, and Pickens battling knee and calf issues, which have impacted their secondary. Hutchinson, with his consistent pressure and run-stopping ability, career run defense grade of 89, could help mitigate those losses. His ability to disrupt the quarterback and contain the run game would be invaluable, especially with the playoff picture tightening up. And with the NFC being so competitive, every advantage counts. Looking at Hutchinson's stats, they're nothing short of impressive. Drafted in 2022, he's already amassed 30 sacks, 50 pressures, and forced 8 fumbles over his 3 seasons. His PFF grade hovers around 88. And he has a winning rate of about 21%, which is elite for an edge rusher in his 3rd year. His ability to generate big plays, averaging 10 big plays per game, makes him a nightmare for offensive lines. And he's shown no signs of slowing down, even in 2025, where he's accumulated 5 sacks in just 11 games, maintaining his high-pressure numbers and run-stop percentage. The Lions, on the other hand, might be caving under the weight of their cap and roster rebuild. The looming deal for Williams, along with their need to rebuild their secondary, seems to point toward a roster shakeup. Trading Hutchinson could be a strategic move to maximize draft capital and rebuild their secondary, which is in desperate need of reinforcements as they look to compete long-term. If they're willing to part with Hutchinson, it could be due to their assessment that losing him wouldn't cripple their defense because they're rebuilding their secondary with younger players and draft picks. Still, losing a player of Hutchinson's caliber would sting, especially for a team that's been building around their pass rush. For the Cowboys, this move makes a lot of sense. Adding Hutchinson alongside Parsons would be a nightmare for opposing offensive lines. It would elevate their pass rush to a whole new level, making it a dominant force that offenses would have to game plan around. The potential for combined sacks reaching over 22 in the season isn't out of the realm of possibility, and that kind of pressure could lead to more turnovers, more forced fumbles, and those crucial stops in the red zone. It also aligns with the team's goal of strengthening their defense for a deep playoff push. With the defense already trending upward, PFF grades improving from 86.5 to 92. 0 and big plays allowed decreasing. Adding Hutchinson would be the cherry on top. This hypothetical trade also has implications for the NFC playoff picture. A stronger Cowboys defense would make them even more formidable, especially if they can close the gap on the Eagles, who currently lead the division and are seen as one of the top contenders in the conference. The odds for Dallas making a deep run could shorten considerably, with some sportsbooks boosting their Super Bowl chances from plus 3,000 to plus 1,500. That's a significant jump, reflecting the potential impact Hutchinson could have on their chances of finally clinching that elusive Super Bowl title. Of course, there's always a degree of skepticism when it comes to trades of this magnitude. Detroit might hold on to Hutchinson, especially if they believe they can rebuild their secondary through the draft or free agency, and they might not want to weaken their defense by trading away one of their most promising young players. But if the Lions are truly eyeing a rebuild, especially with the looming Williams deal and cap considerations, Dallas could be the perfect landing spot. The Cowboys, known for their aggressive moves and knack for landing star players, could be the team that makes this happen. In conclusion, the potential acquisition of Aiden Hutchinson by the Dallas Cowboys is more than just a rumor. It's a strategic move that could reshape their entire defense and give them a serious shot at Super Bowl contention. His ability to generate pressure, combined with Parsons' explosiveness, would create a pass rush that offenses would dread. It's a move that could elevate the Cowboys' defense from good to elite, and that's exactly what they need if they want to finally get over the hump and bring another Lombardi back to Dallas. As we watch this story unfold, one thing is clear. The Cowboys are aiming high, and a player like Hutchinson could be the missing piece in their championship puzzle. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Hutchinson would be the perfect fit to bolster that pass rush? Are you excited about the idea of seeing him in the star? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're in this together and the best is yet to come.